Today I have a rare opportunity to test drive this 2024 Toyota Prius Prime. They are really hard to come by for test drives because typically they're sold before they get to the dealership. This is a rare opportunity for me to take it for a test drive, and a rare opportunity for you if you want to come in and buy one today and take it home, because this one is available here on September 17th, 2024 here at Smart Toyota. So we're going to take it for a spin. Let's jump in and check it out. So this is the very top of the line in the Prius lineup, the Prius family. This is your XSE Prime hybrid. So this vehicle can actually run on electric only for 45 to 50 miles or so. So if you're using it to go back and forth to work, the average commuter drives less than 40 miles one way to work. So you can plug it in, drive to work on electric, drive home on electric. So during the week, your normal driving, you're running on electric, but you'll always have that gasoline backup in the event that you need to take a longer trip, like say a trip to Chicago or something like that. So let's go ahead and get started. All the best technology, including push button start. As long as you have the smart keyless entry fob on your person, in your pocket, in your handbook, you're going to be fine. Just grab the door handle, jump in, push the button, away you go. So we're going to jump out here on Odane Road here in Madison, Wisconsin. One thing I always find interesting about Toyotas is it seems like as soon as you start them, they have the radio turned on and the volume turned on. I don't particularly care for that myself, but it's just an interesting thing that I wanted to point out. Now the Prius, over, 23 years now, sold in the marketplace. It is the OG of hybrids, and just great technology, phenomenal hybrid technology. This is the 5th generation hybrid technology on this car, and I'm looking at the gas gauge right now. My distance to empty is 525 miles before this car's out of gas. That's fantastic fuel economy. I could drive easily to St. Louis and have plenty of gas left over. And of course, I can also plug this bad boy in overnight at a hotel or what have you. So I'm probably, unless you're a real road warrior, I don't know if you're going to outdrive the distance to empty on this car. 525, that's a lot of driving. Now, of course, this being the very top of the line in the Prius Prime, there are all kinds of features on here, including the 360 view, front and rear parking sensors, pre-collision sensors, pedestrian detection. I mean, the very top of the line safety features, Safety Sense 3.0 is in this car. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we drive along, but if you haven't been inside of a Prius, the new Prius, the all-new design Prius, then you really need to. It is something else in terms of technology. So a whole new gauge cluster up here. It actually sits out into the dashboard. It's really just a flat black and white screen with some colored lights for warning lights and such. Pretty easy to see. When they first came out with this, I thought on a bright sunny day it's going to wash that out, but it does not wash it out at all. The only issue that I have with the Prius is the steering wheel, depending on how tall you are, when you tilt it up and down, actually does block off part of the gauge cluster. So that's kind of an odd thing for these, but very quiet, very smooth. Of course, you have this huge infotainment system up here, mostly fingertip controls. The on and the off button over here is the only physical control. And then, of course, we have navigation on there. We have Wi-Fi Connect up here, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Alexa compatible, all wireless. the Prius Prime does come with the JBL audio system, so that's going to be your top-of-line audio system. So that also includes some extra tweeters up there in the A-pillar and a subwoofer in the back. And it's pretty darn quick. It's no race car, that's for sure. But when you're in you have, your three modes, your sport, your eco, and your normal mode. When you get into the sport mode and you step on it, it does have a lot of torque. It does have a lot of power to be able to get up and go. Now, as I mentioned, this does have View 360. So if I tap that button to activate the View 360, I'm actually right now seeing on the screen, you probably can't see it, but on the screen I'm seeing the traffic in front of me. I'm also seeing around me. I see there's a car behind me, and I see there's two cars here on the driver's side. And I can also change out that perspective so I can see a variety of angles on there as well. So really great technology there. When I put it into reverse, of course, I've got a backup camera as well. That's going to help me there. Once I take off, it'll switch over to my radio stations. I have parking assist, so if you push that button, it'll actually park the car for you. Heated front seats and ventilated front seats for front driver and front passenger. Automatic temperature control, of course. Way down here, I don't think you can see it, but there's two USB-C ports. One's a full charging port, and then there's also a 12-volt port down there as well, so you can plug in your radar detector or your GoPro or whatever you want. Plugs down here. There's a storage compartment, and then underneath there's a little door. I doubt you can see it, but there's a hidden storage cubby down underneath there as well. A couple of cup holders. Now you may be able to see it on the dashboard. If you can see it in the camera here, there's a red LED light strip that goes all the way across, and then kind of a metallic burgundy piece of trim underneath there. In the camera it might look like it's blinking, but it's not. It's solid. The camera just has that kind of effect on it. Depends on how fast the camera settings are on there. Of course, we have all of our fingertip cruise controls over here, our sound system and our infotainment center controls over here for our trip computer up on the dashboard. It's a leather wrap steering wheel with tilt and telescoping capabilities. Go up onto the Beltline Highway here. Little bit of a traffic situation. I will say I like the turn signal indicator on here. It's very quiet compared to some of the other Toyotas. Give that car a little bit of space, and then we'll check out the acceleration. Here we go. Well, let's just say there's no problem getting up to highway speed with the Prius. It gets up and goes really nicely. Visibility out the front is amazing. Has a huge windshield, big mirrors on the outside mirrors. These are also heated outside mirrors, and then they're the folding type, so you can fold them in or out if you have a tight parking space. There really is a lot of room up in the front of the Prius. The back seat's a little sketchy back there. You'll see that. I'll do an interior overview and cover everything in another video. But one of the things I don't like about the Prius, I've owned a Prius before, is they've really cut down on the backseat headroom and significantly reduced the amount of trunk space in the back of a Prius. So for some folks, it's going to be maybe too small of a car, but the ride is really nice. It's got a nice long wheelbase, and it's a fully independent front and rear suspension. So it's definitely a smooth ride. You can't see it, but over on this side of the dashboard, the heated steering wheel control, the electronic front window de-icer control, we have automatic high beams, also automatic on and off for the headlights. power windows all the way around with a one-touch up and down feature. And then the Prime XSE also has a 2-driver memory driver seat, which controls the outside mirrors, the driver's seat, radio stations for up to 2 different drivers. Really a pretty fun car to drive. They've made it, dare I say, even more sporty in the suspension, and of course with the performance. We've got the automatic transmission down here. We've got our drive mode controls over here. So right now I'm in sport mode. I can go to normal, I can go to eco, and what that does is it changes the shift patterns on the CVT transmission to give you a little bit more performance if you're in a sport model, or if you go to eco mode. It's a gas sipper type of feature. We also have electronic parking brake. We have parking brake hold, traction control. So there's some switches down here that I'm sure you can't see in the video, but there are some switches down there. The seats are really comfortable. These are, as I said, ventilated seats, heated seats. So right now I've got the driver's seat. You see that red bar underneath there, right there? So maybe you saw that when I was coming through going through the underpass there. Maybe you can also see here, there's that storage box down here. Okay, now it does have wireless charging for your smartphone. A lot of times they'll be up in this area, but on the Prius it's actually right down here. You can't see it, but there's a slot right here in the center console. You can just drop it and it automatically begins to charge, and it automatically will Bluetooth connect to your sound system. So you just drop it in and away you go. We do have the virtual rear view mirror up here, so it uses a camera in the back of the car to project the whatever's behind you, or you can use it in a traditional mode. Don't know if you can see this. It's probably gonna blink real hard for you, but you can see up here, I can see the car behind me as though I'm looking in a computer monitor. And then right here I've got 3 garage door opener settings as well. So you can set up your home link and all of that. Also Safety Connect up here. So if you need help out on the road, you hit that button. Toyota will get you roadside assistance. And then we have lighted mirrors on all of the up front. And the passenger mirror up here does have a sliding mirror. There's a guy in an exact same car almost waving to me. That was an XLE, which is the regular Prius. Really nice cars. Can't go wrong with the Prius. So you got a bunch of different warranties. You have a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. That's your engine and your transmission, 560. You have a hybrid battery warranty that goes to 10 years, 150,000 miles. The hybrid mechanical features like the electric motors, those go to 8 years, 100,000 miles. And then of course you always get Toyota Care included at no extra charge. That's a 2-year, 25,000 mile complimentary maintenance plan. Covers your oil changes, tire rotations, or roadside assistance for up to 2 years, 25,000 miles. So that's a quick test drive on this Toyota Prius Prime XSE. Really great vehicle. Let's check out the turning radius here. Nice. Yeah, really nice turning radius. So a lot of nice features. This is a super nice car. Go ahead and check the description. I'll have the pricing there for you as well. This is Tony here at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.